Hi everybody, today we're going to do improper and mixed fractions. So let's look at what these are and how you work with them. First of all, before we're going to do that, I just want to make sure that you know how to locate all of these fractions. So when you look at this with me, see if you can locate them at the same time that I'm doing this. And if you can, just sort of point on your computer screen or your tablet and sort of, or just figure out, okay, that's where she should go before I even go there. See if you can work with me with this. Okay, very first one is 1/4. Now let's look at this scale to begin with because it's asking for a quarter. Is this in quarters? Let's find out. Between the 2 and the 3, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 intervals. 4 spaces, so they are in quarters. And we can count anywhere in here. We should be 3 1/4, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are in quarters. And look, these are all in quarters, so it works out nicely. So let's do this. The first one says 1/4. So you start at 0, and the distance, 1/4 of the distance is one of these little intervals. So there is 1/4. And I'm going to put that right on top. Okay, now let's find 3/4. Well, 3/4 would be 1 from 0, so distance of 3/4 of the way to 1. So let's do 1, 2, 3. So that one is 3/4 right here, right before you get to that 1. Okay, now the next one, so we've got those two. The next one is 7/4. Let's start at 0 again because it's the distance from 0 to 7/4 away in the positive direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7/4 right here. 7/4. Okay, now let's do 11/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have just started there, really. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's, right here is 11/4. Good. Oh, and then we come back to 2/4. Well, 2/4 is going to be right between the 1/4 and the 3/4. So let's just write that in right away. I know that right away because when you count, it's 1, 2, 3. So it fits right in between. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Okay, before you get to that 1. Now, you've got 13/4. Well, rather than starting right back here, I already know where the 11/4 is. This is the 12, so the 13 would be right here. So 11, 12, 13. So this one is 13/4 right here. Okay, now we go back to the 8/4. Oh, well, I can start with the 7/4 here. Now I'm going to double check because maybe I made a mistake with that 7/4, and it's always good for you to think of that too. Let's just go back and double check to make sure that 8/4 should be right after the 7, 7, 8. Let's go and double check. Start from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it is. 8/4 is right on top of that too. Ha! That's pretty cool. Okay, notice 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, and now 25/4. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to hope that this 13 is correct, okay, this time. Or I'm just going to go back and double check. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That 13 is good. Now I have to go up to 25, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's the tick right after that 6, and that is 25/4. Good, I've done all of those. Now, the next question says, circle the improper fractions above. Well, what's an improper fraction? An improper fraction is any fraction where the numerator, the top number, is bigger than the denominator. Okay, so let's go through, and I'm going to circle this in red, all the improper ones. So I see 1/4, Well, the 1 is smaller than the 4, so it's not improper. 3/4, the 3 is smaller than the 4, so it's not improper. 7/4, oh, the 7 is bigger than the 4, so that's improper. 11/4, that 11 is bigger than the 4, so it's improper. And 2/4, that 2 is smaller than the 4, so it's not improper. 13/4, oh, that 13 is larger than the 4, so it's improper. 8/4, it's improper. 8 is larger than the 4. And 25/4 is improper. That 25 is larger than the 4. Now, let's go back and look at these ones. 7/4 is right here. Look at that. 11/4 is right here. 13/4 is right here. 8/4 is here. And 25/4 is here. Look what happened. All of these are improper. They were all above the 1. And all the numbers underneath the 1, between the 0 and the 1, are proper fractions. The improper ones are bigger than 1. So we're going to do some more, and you're going to see why and what happens now. Okay, so let's do another example. This time we're going to do, this scale is in fifths. If you see from the 1 to the 2, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different intervals, which means that you have it in fifths, and all of these are in fifths. So I'm going to quickly go through this, and you're going to work with me again, please, and see if you can find all of these points. So the 7/5, well, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, it's 5 up to 1. So if you know that, I can do 5 right away, 5. So, and then I can do 6, 7. 7/5 is right here. Okay. The next one, 9/5. Okay, I'm at the 7, 8, 9, so I can do that one quickly. 9/5. 6/5. Okay, so there's 5 up to the 1, and another one makes the 6. 6/5, and that's right before the 7/5. 12/5. Well, I'm at 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12/5. Now, think about this. This is 5/5, so this one will be 10, 11, 12. There's the 12/5. Okay? Because every time you get here is 5/5, another 5/5, another 5/5. So 5, 10, 15/5, 20/5, 25/5.